What's going on, dudes and dudettes? I want to get a lot of this football news stuff that kind of has some stats from last week too out before the game this Saturday. As you're watching this, obviously you'll have plenty of time to check this out before the game since it doesn't start till 8 p.m. here, so that should definitely give USC an advantage over a team that's like, you know, a time zone away or almost two, so it would be like 11 o'clock for them once they start playing, so they better get this victory big time against another undefeated team in the Big Ten. But yes, when it comes to last week, Eric Gentry, the linebacker, was named the Chuck Bednarik Player of the Week against Purdue, so congrats to him. Then a couple other stats. USC is leading in the nation of plays of over 40 plus, 50 plus, and 60 plus yards, so very explosive offense this year. And then USC football leads the nation excuse me, with 14 sacks after getting 5 versus Purdue last Saturday. Speaking of those sacks and pressures, Floyd Picard has 6 QB pressures in week 3 versus Purdue. It's the first among all true freshmen this week, according to PFF College. And the Big Ten passing leaders, Jayden Maiava, is up there at number 1 with 989 yards, and he's getting finally some attention by BetMGM. According to On3, he's at plus 2,000, along with at the bottom with all those like 5 other guys to win the Heisman with their odds. So we'll see what he can do. And then according to PFF, the Big Ten highest graded safeties, Bishop Fitzgerald of USC is up there in 4th place. It looks like Christian Pierce of USC, and almost at the bottom is their leader, Kamari Ramsey, who's actually going to be changing positions coming up soon. So it looks like his numbers should get a bump up too, in my opinion. And then when it comes to, yes, sadly, excuse me, one of their cornerbacks, Chasen Johnson, looks like he's out for the season due to a knee injury. He will be sorely missed. And then in the NFL, Amon St. Brown for the Detroit Lions went off with 9 catches, 122 yards, and 3 touchdowns too. And then there was a big time quarterback commit, Peyton Houston, who said he was going to USC, and then all of a sudden he changed to LSU last second. And I know his big time friend Ethan Boobie Feaster, the wide receiver coming in next year, said he wanted to go where he went, but he just reiterated to USC fans that he is sticking with USC right now, so that was great to hear. Then Rivals 300 put out a couple of their top position rankings, and USC is number 1 with the tight ends with Mark Bowman. They are number 4 in the top 10 defensive linemen with Jamie and Winfield. They are at number 2 with the top 10 edges with Luke Wafel, and they made it in the top 9 with the running backs according to Rivals 300. And USC has 17 of those players in the 300. Even though they're in 2nd place, they still have the number 1 team, which is still great. And then even Nick Saban said recently, he says, I don't know a serious coach out there that would coach at UCLA right now. So yeah, it's pretty bad. You're not going to get any backing from the university. Any UC schools barely have any money. That's why I'm so surprised at what they're doing up there in Cal, still being competitive and getting some talented players in there. But yeah, good luck to anybody who wants to join that nightmare at UCLA.